Good evening. Is anyone out there? Hello. How's it going? How's it going? Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Hi, there we go. Okay. Welcome to the live. How are you guys doing? Hopefully well. Hello, hello. Welcome to the chat. So I have a little bit of time. My kids just went to bed and Brian is not here yet from work. So I have the food for dinner in the oven and I was just chilling. So I'm like, why don't we go live and have some conversation? There's a lot of good talk and topics out here today. So I figured we could have some really fun conversation because if y'all know me, you probably see me in the comment section on a lot of these blogs because sometimes I just don't know what to think. Like, what is really going on? So with that being said, I saw the topic today, which I guess came out of a podcast that went public. I don't know if it went public today or yesterday, but essentially if you haven't seen the podcast or you have not been caught up on this whole topic, there was a podcast and essentially T.I. was asked the question about having the conversation or the talk with his kids, specifically his daughters. And when he was talking about this, he said not only does he have the talk, but he also goes with his daughter, his oldest daughter, to the gynecologist, and he has the gynecologist check to see if her hymen is intact. So I was like, y'all remember the meme where the girl was in court and the guy was like, they asked the guy, they said, when is the last time y'all been together? And he said this morning, and she was like, that was my face when I saw the story. I was like, oh, wow. So I will say, I'm going to just give my opinion, which I usually don't like to give my opinion on certain things because I feel like, I think it's healthy to have an opinion, but at the same time, I don't ever want to be someone who tells people what they should do because I'm far from perfect. However, I will say, looking at this whole story, it just kind of made me feel for his daughter because I think, like, I have a son who's 19. And if the roles were different, if he was a female and I was going to take him to do something like this, I just feel like there's a certain level of respect as well as trust that you should have in your kids when they start to mature. Like my kids now, I may say, clean up your room, and I'm going to go check and make sure they did it, right? My kids, as they get older, there just comes a certain level of trust I think you should have in your kids. And I think when you're checking them to the level of something like that, personally, if it was me, I do feel like if I was her and my father did that, I do think it would make me feel like concerned about the relationship and if I can, if I feel trusted. So I just personally was like thinking about her, as well as the fact that I think the other thing that really took me back is that I don't think I should know this, nor anyone else out here in the world. Like, why should we know this? Not only did she have to sign a consent form to allow this to happen because of her age, but the fact that this was shared with all of us. You know what I mean? So that really made me feel for her, just all around. Like, I don't know about you guys, and I'm going to speak to the women for a second, but when you go to the doctor and you have that annual checkup, I don't care if you're checking for your health. Excuse me. That checkup is never fun. Like, it's always awkward. It's always just, I don't dread it. I just don't enjoy it, okay? It's not fun. And to have someone going and checking you and actually look in, like, examining, not just an examination like when they're checking for your health, but examining to see if something is intact, like literally thinking about the fact that they're going to go between your legs, and we're just going to use my microphone as an example, and they're going to examine to make sure it's intact. Y'all, I don't know, that's just too much. That's too much for me. But I will say this. T.I. seems like a great father. I have a tickle in my throat. One second. I don't want to cough in you guys' ear. He seems like a really good father. But, and I don't want to talk about anybody's parenting because I'm not the perfect parent. I try my best, but I'm not the perfect parent. However, it just feels too far. But I will say, when I was that age, I do wish that someone was as concerned about my Hymen as he is about his daughter. So, not to say I think that's the route that you want to go, but I was just for sure taken aback by the whole thing. So really quick, I want to look at you guys' comments because I haven't been able to look while I've been talking. I just want to say hello though. Hi to all of you guys. I hope you're all doing fabulous tonight. It's so much fun talking to y'all. You guys have been like the real MVP. Yeah. Oh, it's late. It's 10 p.m. where you are. Yeah, it's 9:10 here. Yeah. If you haven't listened to the interview, you should at least listen to that portion so you can hear the whole thing in context. But I was like, wow. Like, it was very, very interesting to say the least. But the other thing that kind of made me think is like, he may not have the intention of doing this, but I don't know about you guys if you've ever been in a controlling relationship. But that to me feels like a controlling relationship, and it feels like something that could set someone up to be comfortable with being in a controlling relationship with someone in the future. So it's another thought to, I think about if that's something that now I think is going to be in the heads of parents out here, that they should start having their kids' hymens checked. And, you have to think about how the things the seeds you're putting into your children that are going to go with them as they get older. So yeah, pretty interesting to say the least. But, I'm glad. I wish someone would have talked to me more about these things, but probably not in that fashion, because I definitely would have been like, wow. So anyways, I did want to talk a little bit about career stuff. But I was like, I know if I talk about career stuff, I'm going to be itching to talk about that too, because I've been so just like, wow. Every time I get online and I see the whole topic. Well, technically, so Alicia asked a really good question. How can the hymen still be intact when they put the thing in there to look? So technically, they won't put that in to look if the person has a hymen. And it's interesting. The only reason why I know as much as I do about it is I was on a jury. I don't know what you call it. I was a juror a couple weeks back. And the case I had was a sexual abuse case. And they actually talked a lot about the hymen in that case. And they got after a lot of these topics and just how you can tell and how some people don't have one, some people do, how some people it tears really easily. But if they're doing an exam like that, they're never going to use a speculum. They're just going to look, like literally just look. And I don't even think they're going to touch the part, like the hymen part. Because the hymen is basically almost like a really thin tissue. It's like tissue paper. It's like a thin tissue paper that just kind of sits around the opening. And you don't want to put anything in there, because putting anything in the opening is potentially going to tear the hymen. A tampon, a finger, a speculum for sure, because that's metal, would probably for sure do it. So yeah, you got to be real careful. Like, you can even, if you take a bath and you get in the tub the wrong way, it could be over. So yeah, you definitely, I don't know. I wouldn't want anybody looking at my hymen if I had one. Yeah. So, to each his own. And he seems like a great dad, though. So, they probably have some agreement and they worked it out. You know what I mean? But I just couldn't imagine with the way that my brain and how I've been raised, I would be like, wow. Just like that girl, like. So anyway, how are you guys doing? One thing I always like to do in my lives is ask you guys where you're from. So please comment below in the comment section and let me know where you're from, because it's always interesting to see where people chime in from all over the globe. And just knowing I live in good old Fort Wayne, Indiana, where there's not much going on besides me right now, and everyone else is probably in the bed, sleep, getting ready for work tomorrow. So let me know where you guys are all from. I'm very curious to know. As well as I also would love to know what video you found me on. So comment where you found what video and where you live, just what part of the world, what part of the country. It's pretty dope to just hear, the differences between everybody's location. Okay, so we got Canada, the Bronx, Georgia, Illinois, Trinidad. So why you guys post this? I wanted to do this is going to be like a coffee break because I want to start talking a little bit more and connecting with you guys more here on YouTube. And this is such a perfect opportunity to do that and to talk live outside of the videos that I record, here in my spare time. But I think it's a great way for you to also get to know me a little bit better. And for those of you who have connected with me because of my background and my career, I think it's a great way to ask questions and to just get the information that you've been looking for, because sometimes it can be really challenging to answer all the emails that I get, because I do get a lot of emails now and I feel bad sometimes when I can't get to them, and I don't like to reply to emails without sitting down and taking the time to give a good reply. And it's difficult sometimes to do that because I'm so busy and I'm running. Like right now, even though I'm on here, I have a laundry list of things I should be doing. So with that being said, let me really quickly, I just want to take a peek in these comments. We got people from all over. Illinois, which isn't too far from me. Excuse me. California, Flint. Flint isn't far from where I grew up. Florida, VA, California, Minneapolis, Rhode Island, Ohio, North Carolina, Philly. Okay. Ooh, the Bahamas. Mississippi, Massachusetts. Oh, you found me from my divorce video. Aw. Oh, and searching for PMP information. Oh, that's pretty cool. Pharmaceutical sales. I think I need to redo that video, speaking of. I feel like every time someone watches that video, I'm just like, I know there's things in there I need to take out and redo. Oh, I came up in your recommended. Aw. Yeah. Oh, my credit video. That's pretty neat, Lindsay. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I struggle with the whole career content. I am going to start doing more career content on Facebook because I definitely have this longing to continue that content. I know it can be helpful to people out there, especially people who are where I was years ago when I was trying to get myself ready for certain opportunities that I ended up pursuing. So I definitely want to do it. I struggle with it though, because I feel like sometimes the topics are so specific that it's a challenge to do the right topics that are going to get to everybody. Like, it's almost like if you go too broad, you miss out on really being as helpful as you can be. But when you get too specific, you don't really get the answers to as many people as could benefit. So I don't know, sometimes I really struggle with it, but I think if I start on Facebook, it's going to help me be able to do more and answer questions faster than I can on YouTube. So that's kind of been my struggle. Oh, you said you came from a Zaffel swimsuit haul. You know, it's so funny. I did my first Zaffel swimsuit haul probably about 2 years ago. And they had asked me to do that video. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to do this. And then I did it and I had fun with it because it was kind of like modeling from the comfort of your own home. And it did pretty well. That was actually a video that did pretty well. You found me from a cook with me. Oh, that is nice. I love doing the cooking videos. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I wanted to kind of just talk to you guys a little bit, talk about money and career stuff this evening. Also, if you guys have any questions for me in general, feel free to comment below in the comment section. I know it can be helpful to understand a little bit more and then give you guys a little more background about just me as a person. But I wanted to talk about just money and salaries, because nowadays I think things are changing and people are starting to pursue different things than we did in the past. When I was coming up, the big thing was like, you want to go to school, you want to get your degree. If you're lucky, you'll go back to school, you'll get your MBA or your PhD. And, that was always like the pathway. And now there are so many opportunities that are there outside of just going the traditional route. You can be an entrepreneur, and you can, you can go after opening up your own business, or you can do the social media thing. Like, there's just so many opportunities out here, and it's just amazing how things have just opened up. Like, you also can do the career path where you get your degree, and then you can do stuff on the side too, kind of like me. And that has always been, like, for me, it's fun. I love it. It's been pretty amazing experience. But to answer the question, AC05 from the comment section, do I use a planner? I use Outlook. So I use Microsoft Outlook for my calendar, and I put everything in there. I also use Microsoft OneNote to connect my notes with my calendar and open items with my calendar. So that's how I organize myself, because I then connect it to my phone, and it's just so convenient to just keep everything in one place and together. And the Microsoft programs and software works really well for me, so that's how I keep myself online and scheduled and planned out. So I don't use a planner like a paper planner or a book. It just has never really worked well for me, because I'm not what's the word I want to use? Disciplined enough to keep going back to that paper, if that makes sense. Also, there's a question, is it inappropriate to tell your boss that you're looking for a job? I don't think it's inappropriate, but it may start to make your boss prepare for you not being there, or it may make them start to position themselves to, replace you. And you never know, like, what if you start looking for something and then you decide you don't want to pursue anything, or you decide you change your mind, or you decide, what you wanted didn't work out and you're going to stay. They may end up already having a backfill for you and then decide they don't need you anymore. So I personally wouldn't do that, just because I think, you want to position yourself to always be with the ball in your court versus passing the ball off to having it be in their court. Yes, Juliana said, smash the like button. Yes, if you guys can hit the like button, that would be super awesome. I really appreciate it. Hi, sweet Carmel. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, so, okay. Is there any career advice for people who do not have a business background, more into natural science? I think the biggest thing is understanding where you want to go and how what you have, whether it be a degree in business or a degree in science, like how you're going to get there. You always kind of have to think about the position and how you can sell what you have to bridge the gap. Like, they always would talk about, and I don't have a pen here, I have a spoon, so I'll use a spoon as an example. Like, I came up in sales, right? And in sales, they always would ask you, how do you sell a pen, right? You have features and benefits, okay? Selling a pen or a spoon is the same as selling yourself. And I don't want to say like selling yourself, like going standing on the corner and selling yourself. But we're talking about like selling yourself for a position, right? And I get this question a lot in different forms. And I think the concept applies no matter what your position is. And basically, you kind of have to think about the role that you want and what you have to get there. And the features, so this is a metal spoon. It's metal, and it has a circular part at the end. It's a pretty nice wide width so that you can scoop a lot of liquid up and drink from it. That's like selling the features. And the benefit is you can get a lot of liquid. When you scoop into the liquid, you get a lot so that you can drink a lot of it at one time versus having to do a whole bunch of scoops. Those are the benefits. So the features, it's a metal spoon. It's got the big mouth part at the end that you scoop with. And the benefit is you can scoop a lot up at one time. And you have to kind of think about yourself in the same manner. Like, you look at the position you want to get into, and what is it about yourself? What are the features about yourself that can benefit the role that you're looking into? And what are the gaps that you have between what you currently have in your past as compared to whatever the position it is? How do I want to say this? The position that you're trying to get into. So hopefully that kind of like makes sense. But I always, like me personally, if I'm ever thinking about roles that I want to get into long term, like if I said I want to be a vice president of sales and right now I'm a project manager, you have to kind of understand what people expect from someone who's going to be doing a sales role and where you currently sit and how you're going to explain the gap or explain the things that may not be your strength, but use other things to support how you can do those things that they may be looking for. And sometimes it's a reach, you know what I mean? And other times it's not so much a reach, but you just have to be creative and just think about it in a way where you are trying to sell it to the person who would be looking at you. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense, you know what I mean? But yeah, let me just real quick, I'm gonna look at these comments for a second. Oh, you said I got you hooked on OneNote. Yeah, OneNote is very, very convenient. I use it a lot, and we use SharePoint at my company, so I actually have my OneNote connected to the SharePoint sites that I manage, and then I can take notes for the group and then publish the notes online so that they can access them. So it is super convenient, super easy to work with, so I absolutely love it. Yeah. Oh, you said you use Google Doc and Google Calendar. Yeah, that's nice. I don't use Google Doc and Google Calendar as much just because for me, it's not as easy to connect with everything else we have going on inside the network at my company. But I definitely know a lot of people who use that too. So, yeah. So hopefully that makes sense what I was talking about earlier. But yeah, y'all, you said you caught your babies. You talking about me. You said you caught your baby mom's live. Hey, Sarah, how are you? We were just talking in the comment section earlier today. You said you're pursuing your Master's of Science in Management. Do I think it's as good as an MBA? I think, honestly, it just depends. You know what I mean? Depends on what you're trying to do. Like, any master's is probably good, you know, especially if you're going to a school that does a good job. I think it just depends on what you want to do, you know what I mean? If you want to go into an industry like what I'm doing, it probably can be great. And, you know, it just really depends on what you want to do and how you're going to pitch it and the schools, the companies that look at the school you go to. So, yeah, I definitely think so. For sure. You know, it's so crazy nowadays. So many people put on a pedestal social media and pursuing that route and the whole entrepreneurial thing that I feel like it's crazy because so many people still work in corporate, but you just don't see it being talked about as much anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's just almost this thing now where we just don't talk about it, or you almost would envision these people as like not having social media and just everyone else is just doing social media, but the people who have those jobs don't get on there or something. And I don't know, like, I just want to continue to encourage people to pursue opportunities because there's still a lot of really great opportunities in corporate, and achieving the 6-figure mark isn't as hard as one may think, you know, going that route for sure. Like, I think about my company and probably most everyone who is there. I mean, not everybody, obviously, but a lot of people there are at that point just because of the nature of the business. So, you know, there's a lot of opportunities out there if you decided to go that route. You don't have to feel like just because everybody's doing social media, everyone's doing YouTube, that's something you have to do. You know what I mean? Or that's going to be a quick shortcut, because I think sometimes we look at these things and we think that's like it's like the sexy route, when in actuality, you know, going the other route can be really nice. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Multiple streams of income is definitely becoming the new norm for sure. And it's nice to have it because it makes you feel more not just comfortable, but safe. You know what I mean? I like to feel safe. I like to feel like I don't have to worry about what's coming next and worry about my bills being paid. So, yeah, but I definitely wouldn't want you guys to be out here feeling like, you know, like you can't go the route of corporate, because it's a lot of us out here that still do it and we're happy with it, and, you know, we're content, and there's just so many great opportunities. How do you know your current job was your dream job or passion? You said you feel so lost career-wise. Honestly, I think when you feel warm and bubbly inside doing it and you feel excited to work on it, I think that's when you know you found your dream job. You know what I mean? It's like when you look forward to it, you're excited. When you're like the other day, I was helping my friend Latoya with her YouTube, and she's wanting to create a YouTube channel, and she's a vegan and she does a lot of like health things. So we were just like working. I was teaching her how to edit, and I was just thinking like I really do enjoy editing, and I enjoy the whole process a lot. So I think when you find that thing that makes you feel like warm and fuzzy inside, almost like you're in love, I think that's when you know you found your dream job. I think there's a point where in some roles you may not feel that way, but you'll feel content and you'll like the people and you'll like what you do. And like is different than love. And you know, it's like the same feeling like when you're going out with someone and you like them, but you're not quite in love, but you like them. You like hanging out. It's cool. Like that's kind of, in my opinion, the difference between having a job that you like versus having a job that you love. Hi, husband.
Hello.
How are you? Good. How was your day? Yeah? My baby just got here. I'm starting a coffee conversation on my channel. He has to talk to the dogs, you guys. Okay, let me come back over here and look at these comments. You said, Kristen, you're also a project manager and your background was in retail sales management. Oh, okay. Blah, blah, blah. How can you get into clinical research with a bachelor's in health science and no experience? You know, that's a really great question. I honestly don't know that much about clinical research, but I work with a lot of people that do. So I could ask that question, get some feedback, and come back and tell you. Because I don't know. I don't know much about clinical research, but I know we do it. Excuse me. Do I think it's possible to become a high-earning project manager without going back to get an MBA? Yes. I honestly don't think an MBA plays as much of a role in project management. I think maybe it can play a role in like when you're first hiring into an opportunity and you're negotiating how much money you're going to get. You'll probably get a little bit more if you have an MBA. But at the same time, I don't necessarily think that an MBA is a big deal when it comes to project management. Like most of the people I work with, some of them have MBAs just because we came in through a similar type of program. I came into my company through a rotational program where I got to work in finance, logistics, and marketing. And then after I went through those 3 rotations, I went into my permanent job. But that was just me and, some of the other people that came in the same route. But I also work with other people who just have their undergrad degree and that suffice. So I honestly don't think that it matters to go back to get your MBA. I think if you do the MBA route, do it for the reason of like you want to try to project past that, if that makes sense, because it's a really expensive task to do. And, if you're going to do it, I would want to make sure that you're going to get the biggest benefit. I can't even get it out from doing it because it's so expensive. You figure most MBAs are going to be anywhere from $60,000 to $110,000, maybe even $150,000, depending on where you go to school. So you want to make sure you're going to get your money's worth. That's for sure. And you could definitely, being a project manager, do really, really well without it. Definitely. Let's see. Do I see any healthcare professionals going into medical device sales? Yes. Medical device sales is a very lucrative industry, and it also is really cool. Like, I don't know how many of you guys know about it, but it's pretty dope just because you can, how do I want to say this? You basically get to go into the operating room with surgeons, and you get to spend, not only work with surgeons, work really closely with surgeons, but you also get to be in the room and explain how they use the tools, explain how they do the surgery. It's pretty dope. So I definitely think it's a really amazing industry, and also the earning potential can be very, very high. You can be working and making anywhere from, when you first come in, $50,000, $60,000 a year, all the way up to 200, 250,000, 300, 400,000, like depending on the type of distributorship that you work for. So it can be very, very lucrative. It's a dog eat dog job, but at the same time, it can be like pay off for real. So definitely would say it can be a nice opportunity, but you kind of have to be one of those people where you're good with networking, you're good with schmoozing people, because it's all about who you know. It's all about the relationships. Like, it's a lot different than pharmaceutical sales. When I was in pharmaceutical sales, like, you get a list. The list is like all the doctors you go to, and you really don't compete against, you compete against other people from other companies, but you don't compete within your company for offices and surgeons. I hope that's making sense to you guys. But yeah, so it's a great opportunity though, for sure. Like medical devices, pharmaceutical sales, those are all really, really great industries, but medical devices can be really tough too. Yeah. I'm baking some chicken. And you know when you're making chicken and like it's been in the oven for a while and then all of a sudden you can smell it. It smells so good. So yeah. Okay, if you guys are here and you haven't hit the thumbs up button, will you please hit the thumbs up button for me? But okay, I'm curious if you guys have any other questions, anything else that you want to talk about or you're curious about. I know sometimes we get into a lot of career stuff on this these lives, which is so much fun for me. But I want to ask you guys a question, I guess, just about the content right now in general. I basically lately have been playing around and just doing some different things because I want to keep it fresh, and I don't want to do the same kind of content all the time, if that makes sense. So I've been playing around with like the morning routines, which they're so much fun. I really like them. I did the nighttime routine recently. I think it was like a fall nighttime routine. And then I did the home decor haul the other day, which that was fun. So I've been just trying to like play around with some different things, and curious if you guys like that content, if you enjoyed it. I also, I've been doing the vlogs too, and those to me are fun because if I know I have something I'm going to be doing, it's always fun to document the experience and to share that too. But just kind of curious like what you guys are liking, what content you're really gravitating to, if there's anything you would like to see on my channel that you haven't seen. Because I feel like when you subscribe to someone, you know what you like from them, if that makes sense. And I definitely am curious what you guys like. Like, what's the thing that you enjoy the most? And when I post it, you're like, oh, I know I'm going to enjoy that content. Definitely comment that below. Let me know the answer to those questions because I'm just so curious. And I'm trying to just continue to keep the content fun and fresh because I like the whole process. So, I like dabbling in it all, but I love to hear what you guys think as well. Okay, so there's a question on why don't I upload makeup videos? Basically because I don't really think I'm that great doing makeup. And I struggle sometimes when I do the makeup videos because I'll do the makeup or I'll do the, whatever it is. And I want to talk, but then I feel like when I'm trying to talk and do whatever, whether it be makeup or hair, it's challenging for me to multitask. So sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, like this is just not going the way that I was hoping it would. So that's pretty much why, like, I'm not an expert with makeup. They're fun. Like, I'll do it if it's like a chit chat, get ready with me, because I love to do the topics and stuff like that and like have a conversation like this and be doing something. And I feel like when you have a conversation and you have another, thing that you're doing while you're talking, it helps to keep people to be engaged, if that makes sense. So I've been trying to, when I do those, which it's been a while since I've done one, it's probably been months, but that's kind of my thought process. So it looks like a lot of you guys like the cooking videos. I like the cooking videos too. And I usually like to do the cooking videos when I'm either going to do something I really love or something I'm trying that's new. to me, it's fun. And I don't want to ever come off in these videos like I think I know it all, because I feel like with cooking it's subjective. But those are fun. I like them a lot. Clothing hauls, money, career videos. Oh, thank you. You said my personality and how I present. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. Date nights. I like the date nights too, Elizabeth. Those are fun. It's so funny you say that too, because I was just thinking about it. I was looking at my channel with Brian and going through the content over there, and I'm like, the date night videos are always so much fun. Oh, using my makeup is always the best. Thank you. I be trying. Look, I try. I do what I can do, but you said you enjoy my vlogs and fashion content. Yeah, I want to play around with some different brands. Like, I want to, like, try some different brands that I haven't done. But I will say I do like Fashion Nova because I feel like you can keep up with the trends and it's like inexpensive. So I always struggle because I look at their website and I'll be like, ooh, I want all that. Ooh, I want that. And I think every week I could get on there and think that. So I will say it's like I want to try new stuff, but at the same time, I love that website. That is so bad. You enjoy the vlogs and fashion content. Cook with me and vlogs. Okay. Date night. Oh, that's nice to know. I like to know that. What do you guys think about the mukbangs? Now, I'm not a big mukbang person, but what about like just if I sat down and I just ate and we did a topic? Like, I kind of think that would be fun because I could do the career videos with that, or we could do other topics and do that, and I could just literally be sitting down eating some food, or even having like a snack and talking. Like, I was kind of thinking about doing some content like that, or even like I do the cooking video and then I have another video after that where I'm eating and we can have some conversation. I was thinking like that might be a creative way to have a spinoff from the Cook With Me's. And then also still get out like the juicy content, because I want to have some content where we're talking about some things and just kind of getting into some topics that are on my mind and I think would be super interesting to talk about. So let me know if you guys think that would be interesting. Look, don't be coming out here talking about you Team Brian. Look, and you spelled his name right. That's good. That's dope. A lot of people spell his name wrong. Yeah. You said you like to hear about people's experience, career, parenting, homeownership, planning. Okay, that's helpful. Hi. Look, I do have on my professional outfit. This is my I was feeling like a boss today. I was like, okay, I have on my little sweater and my my nice professional fitted Express shirt. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, see, I've been thinking about doing the mukbangs where I just sit down with some food, we just eat and talk and have some conversation. Oh, do a video with my friends and family answering questions about me. Oh, that would be fun. That would be really fun. I'd have to look up a list of questions, but I could have like Brian and my mom answer questions. That would be interesting. We could do some juicy questions too. Like stuff where I know neither one of them know the answer to. That would be hilarious. Yeah. You said you usually can't do mukbangs, but you deal with it. I don't know. I feel like not the kind of mukbangs where I'm smacking and doing all that stuff. I'm just mean like where you're just eating and talking, you know? Because I personally think just talking, like just doing a talking video, I lose interest really quickly. So I kind of think like if I'm talking, I got to be doing something with the talking. And I really don't want to do makeup. Yeah, you said husband rates my outfits. Yeah, that's fun. Oh, marriage advice? Yeah. You know, it's so funny. Stuff like that. Sometimes I feel like weird giving advice because I know no one's perfect. And even though I think we have a pretty healthy relationship, sometimes I feel like, I don't know how to say this. I feel weird sometimes putting myself in the position of an expert when I think I'm still learning and I'm still growing myself. Like, I had a friend who was saying, she's like, we should do some YouTube mentorship for people. And I was telling her, I'm like, man, sometimes I don't feel like I've got it all together. So it's hard for me to put myself in a position of like telling people, if that makes sense. Like, you know how the Bible tells you to look at people's fruit and look at the fruit of the people who you're taking advice from. And while I think I have pretty good fruit, I also sometimes I struggle with that. So that's probably why I haven't done that type of content. But I do think it would be really, really interesting. And maybe if I just position it in a way where I'm not trying to act like somebody's expert, Oh, yeah, that used to be so much fun. The DJ lives. Those videos, though, I would do those with Brian and we would get all kind of flagged. I would start getting scared to do them because YouTube is so cracked down on music that I don't know what happens to you if you do a live and you have copyright music on there. But that used to be fun. We used to have a really good time. Yeah. That used to be a really, really good time. Am I in HR? No, I'm not in HR. I do project management. Yeah, you said my mom has been MIA. I know my mom, she came down here a few weeks ago, but I probably won't see her until Thanksgiving. Like, they literally every week go up north. They bought a house up north, and I did a video a long time on my channel, a long time ago, and I went up there and just kind of showed her place and everything, and it was so much fun, but it's so far. And I just, at times I think about going up there and I'm like, Lord have mercy. That's a lot of hours. So I haven't seen her in a while because she's been living her retired best life. Yes. Hi, Tiffany. I'm doing great. How are you? Yeah. Yeah. Like sometimes I'm like, man, I could do that, Lindsay. But I don't know. Wow, you only have 1 month left. Oh my goodness. That is so awesome. Congratulations. Yes. Career advice, paying off debt, cooking, relationship advice, balancing life. Yeah, those are some really good topics. I should talk about all that stuff because I definitely have opinions. Yeah. And the relationship stuff. But I will say my personality can be strong sometimes. So I just be like, my husband is so patient. Like, he is such a patient person. I just appreciate him so much. Oh, that's too funny. Do a live 2020 vision board. That would be fun. We could schedule that and then everybody get their vision boards. I have my vision board. We could so schedule. That would be actually pretty fun. Would you guys be down with that? We could like come up with a day like a month out, like on a Saturday, and we could pick a time and literally do the vision board live. That would be so much fun. That was such a great idea, Keisha. I love that. Oh, thank you so much. That is so much. You said you rarely comment, but you feel like I have a good spirit. I appreciate that. I love that vision board idea though, girl. That's a good idea. We're going to do that. I love it. Because I want to do my vision board for next year. And I think you guys should do your vision boards too. We should all have vision boards so we can go into 2020 like that. The picture of the girl stepping into 2020. That would be so much fun. We do a live vision board party. Oh my God, we're so going to do it. When should we do it, you guys? Should we do it in December or January? I kind of think December. Hold up. We're going to schedule this right now. Hold on. Let me get my calendar out. Hold on. Let's get the calendar. Don't allow. Let's get the calendar. I'm going to tell you guys what I think could work. So, the week of the 17th is going to be a bad week for me. Dang, do we want to do it soon? Like beginning of December? We want to do it we could do it the week of Christmas. Like the 28th or something like that. That might be dope. What do you guys think about that? The 28th. December 28th. That's the weekend after Christmas. On Saturday. We could have a vision board party. We could do it up too. Everybody gonna have to be in their PJs. Look. That would be so much fun. There's a lot of yeses in the comment section. Brian. What are you doing? You ain't come give me my kiss yet. You didn't come give me my kiss yet. You always come give me a kiss. You didn't give me a kiss today. Yeah, we should do December. Because I have some goals I want to get after. Look, we're going to make this happen. We should do it December 28th because that's literally right before the New Year. So the New Year is the following Wednesday. We could do it on Saturday. Are a lot of you guys free on Saturdays, like in the morning? Look, I'm trying to schedule someone with a whole bunch of folks. December 28th. Okay. December 28th. We're going to pencil it in right now. December 28th. Live vision board party on YouTube. Okay, what time should we do this, you guys? I feel like it should be something like 10 or 11 a.m. What do y'all think? Maybe we'll do 11 a.m. Eastern time. With Mai Tais? I love it. Look, someone knows me well. Should we have Mai Tais or coffee? Mai Tais or coffee? Mai Tais. Look, okay, I'm putting it in my calendar right now. So we're going to do December 28th at 11 a.m. Eastern time, okay? Eastern time. And I need to put a reminder in here. We're going to put a reminder the day before so I don't forget. Okay, I have it scheduled December 28th, 11 a.m. We're doing a live vision board party on YouTube. That's going to be so much fun. So I'll make sure to get all my stuff. You guys have to make sure to get your supplies. I'll try to remind you guys too. Yeah, this will be so much fun. I'm excited. I'm going to have a party. We're going to put balloons and we're going to have snacks and drinks. So y'all going to have your party stuff together too because obviously you can't come over here. Yes, mimosas. This will be so much fun. You said I'm 1 hour ahead of you. Look, no, don't try to make it. You're going to have to make it. You got a whole month to prepare. Yeah, this is in like 2 months. This will be so much fun. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Baby, where are you at? Brian, what's wrong? Oh, you all quiet? Yeah, we're going to have a good time. It's going to be fun. We got to get our vision boards. Are you guys going to do the fold-up kind of boards? You're going to do the flat board. These are important things to think about. Are you going to put it on your wall? Are you going to have it on your desk? Like, make sure you have it all mapped out now. Because we're going to have to plan next year out. Look, we need to be putting our goals together so that we can achieve them, so that we can look at our goals on a consistent basis, embed them into our mental, our subconscious, and start working towards them consciously and subconsciously. We're going to make this happen. Look, Moscow Mules. Wait, they have champagne up in here? I haven't seen the champagne emojis pop up in the chat before, so that's pretty dope. Yeah, that'll be really nice, though. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that because that'll hold me accountable to making my vision board as well. I have to stock up on some magazines before that happens, though. So I have to tell you guys, I scheduled my surgery. I'm scared. I'm nervous. It's actually right before that. That's why I was looking at the calendar trying to figure out like what would work. But yes, I'm having my explant coming up soon, you guys. Your girl is nervous. You said you're going to do a flat board. Flat boards. Yeah, a poster. See, I got to figure it out. Like, where am I going to put mine? Maybe I can put it up here, like on the wall. Because I have this picture right here and put it over there. Yeah. This is going to be good, though. I'm excited. Thank you so much for that idea. Look, that was such a good idea. You know something else I want to do, you guys? We're going to turn these lives all the way up. Someone also recommended doing a live cook with me where we plan it in advance. And then those of you who want to do the cook with me, you'll have the ingredients. I'll send out the ingredients list in advance. And we'll cook the same thing at the same time. It'll be so much fun. I'll set the computer up in the kitchen and just have like a really good time with it. So I think that'll be a dope experience too. No, I don't think I'm replacing. I don't think so. I think we're just going to pop them out. I'm scared though. Oh my goodness. Yes. I'm just like, oh my God. I'm nervous. So nervous. Because the physician, he keeps trying to recommend that I replace and I don't want to. I'm like, I just don't want to do it again. And he's like, no, it's not a big deal and blah, blah, blah. And most people, they last a long time and maybe forever. And I just like, I don't know. I don't really want to deal with it. But we'll see. We'll see. So, yeah. Yeah, Keisha, thank you so much. That was such a great idea. You said, is it possible to do it on Instagram so I can add different people? I think I'll probably do both. Like when I do the vision board thing, I'll probably go live on both YouTube and Instagram. So that way it can be like bigger, if that makes sense. Yeah. You know, Lindsay, I ended up where I'm going to be going to a position where I don't think he can put it in and try to do for insurance. So I'm going to end up having to pay for the whole thing, but it's okay. Yeah. Have I started to buy new tops, blouses? No, I haven't like thought about that much just because I don't really know what I'm going to look like after. So I figured after I'll just see what I look like and then probably try to figure it out from there. And then I'll just have to do a whole bunch of hauls. Yeah. Pretty much. Hey, Shamice, how are you? Yeah. So, yeah, I'll definitely do it on YouTube, but I'll probably do it on both. Do YouTube and Instagram when I do the vision board live. Just set up both of them. But yeah, girl, I don't know. I got to figure out what I'm going to wear after and just all that. But I'm doing it right before Christmas, so I should have time to like get back to normal before I go back to work. And it'll give me a couple weeks to like recuperate. So I'm nervous though. I'm like really, really nervous. It's like one of those things where I think about it literally every day. I'm just like, oh my God. And I keep thinking about, you know, should I do a lift? Some people do a transfer to like fill in. I've had mine for so long that I have no clue what I'm going to look like. You know what I mean? So, hi, Lola. Hello. Hello, Lola. Oh, my God, this dog, y'all. Hello. Yeah, so we'll see. Thank you guys so much. It's going to be different, like way, way, way different. That's for sure. But, hey, it's all good, right? Yeah. So if you guys are still here, will you hit the thumbs up button? I need to get on the Peloton because I'm doing this challenge and I'm so close to closing all my rings, but I need to do 20 minutes on the bike to close my exercise ring. And I think if I do that, my team will catch up. So I'm just like, dang. I don't feel like it though. Yeah. So anyways, thank you guys so much for joining this video. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed. It's been so much fun talking to you. I always love these lives because they're just so much fun to me. You know what I mean? It's like such a good time. But before you leave, please hit the thumbs up button for me. And I just appreciate you guys so much. I'm excited about doing this live too that we're going to do. So mark your calendars, December 28th, 11 a.m. Eastern time. We are going to be doing a vision board on live We all are going to map out our best life for 2020 because, you know, you get to choose to live your own best life unapologetically. And I believe wholeheartedly that what you see and what you believe is what you achieve. I've seen it happen in my life too many times. So I definitely believe that wholeheartedly. Like, at some point, I'm going to do a live and show you guys my vision boards and just kind of like walk you guys through my vision boards so you can see for yourself all my vision boards. And I don't know. Wait, I actually have a couple of them right here. Since we're talking on the subject, I'm going to grab a couple of them just to show y'all. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. They're right here. I'm still here. Don't go anywhere. Let me see if I have anything, if these ones have anything on them. Wait. Okay, yes, these ones do. So this one, when did I make this? I forget. Oh, I made this when my company was going through a merger. Okay, can y'all see this? My TV, or not TV, my camera's on a lag. This one is like kind of janky though. It's got really messed up because I was like trying to do all extra stuff and then I've torn stuff off. But I had put this picture up here because I wanted to start hanging out with like friends and having more girlfriends that were like-minded that I could hang out with. And it's so funny because this year I started doing events with Destiny. So we'll have like these really small events and most of them I don't even know the girls, like most of the girls. But we've had these things where we've invited a bunch of girls on Facebook that we've kind of met either through Facebook or through other people. And we all get dressed up really cute and we hang out. We may go to dinner or we did a bus party one time. We've done a pajama party. Just like different things. It's like good, clean fun. And this kind of makes me think about this. So I said classy, upscale, always well-attended social events, meaningful friendships with like-minded women, world-class women events. I actually also want to start doing events. So I had this picture here. I have not done anything yet, but I put an 8-girl influencer of the Midwest. That's what how I want to see myself. I also had Brittany Rayner up here, y'all, but I don't have abs yet. So I might have to put this on next year, see if I can get me some abs because I don't have no abs yet. But I put on here successful YouTube channel, 100,000 subscribers. So I hit that goal. I put, I want to make my first million, which technically I have made $1 million in my lifetime. But I want to have $1 million in the bank. So I put a year in money, first million, road to wealth, best new ways to spend wisely, save like I mean it, A1 credit. I do have A1 credit. What else? The best performer, retirement money. I said do not use credit cards. My bank account is overflowing, which is why I put this thing with the $100 bills coming out of it. Let's see. Oh, so we were going through a merger when I did this board because I wrote on here, it says your boss wants to keep you, retention through the merger and beyond. So I put this on here as well. I have rising star. And then I also put this little cup on here and I said fulfilling, passionate, and trusting love because to me that's important. So this was supposed to be my year of manifestation. This board was from 2017, which is crazy because it's 2 years ago. So that was that one. Let me see this one. I didn't finish this one. I got Megan and Devon. So I got married. So this one is on here because I wanted to get married. I've got this debt free. I didn't finish this one though. I started it and I didn't finish it. And then I tore some stuff off of it. I put an Instagram. I wanted my silver play button, which I got that. And then I said I wanted to hit 10K on Instagram. I need to make a new goal because it's probably why I hit my goal and then I've just been sitting there. And then I said 100,000 subscribers. So I did both of those. But you guys should see my other boards. I have like 10 vision boards from like, the last few years. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Wait, I'm gonna look at these comments really quickly. He said, ask, believe, receive. Yes. Amen to that. But anyway, you guys, I'm about to get up out of here. Next time I will show you the rest of my boards because I have some really cool ones that they're actually like the big ones though. Really, really big ones. But thanks, Tiffany, for joining. I hope you have a great night. And I hope you guys all have a good evening. Thank you so much for coming to say hello. Before you leave, hit the thumbs up button. And I will see you guys probably sometime this weekend. All right, bye.